Welcome to English Weaver, where we learn English through listening and shadowing. Today I share a story of unlocking confidence through role play to transform fear into the courage to speak freely. Picture a young learner who adored foreign films but froze whenever real people spoke to them in English. Their mind went blank at the simplest questions, and their heart raced with shy panic. I was that learner. I dreamed of adventure and travel, yet grammar rules and vocabulary lists kept me stuck. I practiced alone, but faced with a live conversation, I felt invisible and powerless. One rainy afternoon, I found an old drama script. An idea sparked. What if I practiced English like an actor? What if I became someone else, someone bold? My fear began to tremble at the thought. I wrote a simple scene pretending to be a traveler asking directions. I stood before my mirror, took a deep breath, and spoke as if I owned the room. My voice wavered, yet I kept going. Each time I stumbled, I laughed at myself. Each misstep became a lesson. I played a helpful guide, a friendly teacher, a caring friend. I explored characters and scenarios that echoed my dreams. With each role I tried, my real self felt safer behind the mask. My brain bypassed the judge that said I would embarrass myself. Instead, I breathed into each character's story and emotion. Over days and weeks, something magical happened. My voice grew steadier. My smile became genuine when I spoke English. I noticed myself looking forward to practice rather than dreading it. Role play became more than acting. It became training for life. I practiced ordering food, making small talk, interviewing a traveler. Each script I created mirrored situations I feared most. I learned to rehearse polite greetings and confident introductions. I practiced asking simple questions and replying kindly. Each script prepared me for the dance of real dialogue. Soon I tested my new skills outside my room. At a cafe, I greeted the barista with a playful sparkle in my eye. I ordered in English, stumbling slightly but smiling with genuine warmth. The barista returned my smile and responded kindly. I felt a surge of joy. My heart fluttered not from fear but from the thrill of connection. I felt seen, heard, and alive. That moment shattered my old belief that I could never speak English confidently. I realized that role play gave me practice and emotional strength to face the unknown with curiosity. In this talk, we will explore why role play is a powerful path to confidence. We will examine how stories and characters help you overcome fear, build fluency, and connect with others. We will then dive into practical steps, crafting scenes, choosing characters, and using dialogue to mirror real life. We will see examples and simple scripts you can adapt to your own journey. Finally, we will address obstacles, fear of judgment, lack of partners, and self-doubt. We will map an action plan and a checklist so you can start practicing right now without waiting. By the end, you will feel excited to step into new roles, speak with passion, and show your true self in English. Your journey toward confidence begins today, here at English Weaver. Why does role play matter? Because speaking English can feel like standing on a stage with no script, heart pounding and voice trembling. Many learners abandon their dreams before they begin. Without action, fear festers. Silent doubts whisper, "You're not good enough. You're too timid. You'll fail." These voices paralyze you, so you never try. You miss chances to connect, learn, and grow. Imagine turning down a job offer because the interview would be in English. Imagine passing on friendships with people from around the world. Imagine feeling regret every single day. These are not far-fetched scenarios. They happen daily. We cling to comfort zones, telling ourselves our accent or grammar is the barrier. Yet, the real barrier is fear itself blocking doors. Role play offers a path out. By stepping into characters, you shield your wounded ego. You give yourself permission to make mistakes, to improvise, to laugh. You trade perfection for growth. When you adopt a persona, a friendly host, a curious traveler, a confident colleague, you train not just your tongue, but your mind and heart. You rehearse empathy, humor, and courage. Benefits multiply. Your vocabulary solidifies within contexts. Your intonation gains warmth and sincerity. Your body language aligns with meaning. You feel alive, not robotic reciting rules. Without embracing role play, you risk stagnation. You memorize words that slip away under pressure. You practice in silence but falter when facing real ears and real hearts. Think about that student you saw earlier. They solved grammar puzzles but froze at conversation. They judged themselves harshly, recited vocabulary lists mindlessly. Their growth halted. Their confidence eroded with each silent moment. Anxiety built a wall so high they avoided speaking altogether. Months passed, and the dream of fluent conversation drifted further away. But imagine flipping the script. Instead of avoiding, you lean in. You don a character and say, "Hello, I am an adventurous traveler." What stories do you bring? You break the ice with flair. In doing so, you tap into playful memory. You imagine dialogue. You rehearse reactions. When a stranger responds, you already have a roadmap to reply. Fear loses its grip as curiosity takes over. The benefits extend beyond English. You build resilience. You learn to handle mistakes with grace instead of shame. You foster creativity that spills into work, friendships, and life beyond language. If you ignore this, you remain trapped in translation mode. You mentally translate from your native tongue, causing delays, awkward pauses, and stilted expression that reveal your insecurity. But by role-playing, you build mental shortcuts. When playing a shopkeeper, you think in English, "How can I help? Would you like to try this?" You bypass native language filters and speak directly. Let us examine the cost of inaction. You sit in silence as colleagues chat over coffee. You avoid group discussions, fearing your voice will sputter. You miss promotions, friendship, and self-respect. Research shows that active role play improves retention by up to 60% compared to rote memorization. You engage multiple senses, creating neural pathways that cement new skills deeply. When you bring that energy to real conversations, you connect. People respond to emotion and authenticity more than perfect grammar. You find doors opening where once they were locked. Now, let us reflect on the ripple effects. A confident English speaker invites global opportunities, new friendships, and personal transformation. Boundaries shrink and horizons expand. But if you shrink back, you risk poverty of experience. Stunted careers, friendships unformed, moments of doubt that echo in your mind. You deserve better than passive longing. Embracing role play changes that. It is not magic, but method. With each rehearsed greeting, you challenge fear. With each improvised response, you build trust in yourself, step by step. Imagine looking back a few months from now. You laugh at how nervous you once were. You recall that first scene in your room and recognize how far you've flown beyond those doubts. So I urge you, do not let fear hold you hostage. Let curiosity be your guide. Let imagination be your playground. Let role play be the bridge that carries you from hesitation to confidence. First, choose a role that excites you. A friendly customer, an interviewer, or a storyteller. Research common phrases they use. Write a simple script focusing on key questions and responses. Next, break your script into short lines. Keep each line manageable, around 2 to 3 seconds when spoken aloud. This lets you master rhythm and intonation without feeling overwhelmed or rushed. Practice each line slowly. Record yourself reading it. Listen for pronunciation and tone. Notice where you naturally pause. Adjust your pacing until the script feels conversational and authentic, not robotic. Add gestures and facial expressions. Stand in front of a mirror or record video. Match your body language to the character's intent. Smile if the line is warm. Widen your eyes with curiosity. Lean forward when engaged. Use call and response drills. Create 2 voices, the character's lines and another character's replies. Swap roles. This trains you to anticipate responses, improving listening skills and quick thinking rather than scripted recitation. Introduce variation. Alter tone. Say the same line excitedly, then sadly, then jokingly. Observe how emotion changes meaning. This builds flexibility and helps you adapt in real conversations when exact words aren't predetermined. Practice shadowing videos. Find short interview clips or dialogues online. Listen and repeat immediately after each speaker. Mimic intonation, rhythm, and pauses. Shadowing reinforces muscle memory. Combine it with your role play. Partner practice amplifies progress. Find a language buddy. Assign roles and swap scripts. Give each other feedback on pronunciation, gestures, and emotional delivery. Celebrate small wins like correct intonation or smooth transitions. When alone, imagine an audience. Visualize a friend listening. Respond as though they asked a follow-up question. This mental back-and-forth trains spontaneity. Even if you speak to an empty room, your mind prepares for real interaction. Keep a role-play journal. Note new vocabulary, tricky pronunciations, and emotional cues you want to emphasize. Write short reflections. How did you feel? What surprised you? Track progress and adjust future scripts accordingly. Embrace repetition, but avoid monotony. Recycle successful scenes weekly. Tweak lines, change settings, or introduce new vocabulary. Fresh variations keep your practice engaging and challenge your brain to adapt to evolving contexts. Use everyday scenarios, ordering coffee, greeting a neighbor, making small talk. Write scripts that mirror your life. The more relevant the scenario, the faster you'll transfer skills from practice to real conversations. Gradually increase difficulty. Start with simple greetings and questions. Then add complex lines, expressing opinions, telling stories, negotiating. Each level pushes you beyond comfort while building a stable foundation of confidence. Incorporate listening resources. Listen to podcasts or news segments. Pick a short excerpt. Write a role play based on it. For example, pretend you are a reporter summarizing a news story. This hones listening comprehension while practicing speech. Focus on pronunciation patterns. Identify common sounds in English that challenge you. For each script, highlight words with these sounds. Slow down to articulate them clearly. Over time, those sounds become natural in your speech. Record video performances. Compare early recordings to recent ones. Notice improvements in fluency, body language, and emotional expression. This self-review boosts motivation and reveals areas needing further practice. Experiment with different character ages and backgrounds. A child asking about school, a teacher giving instructions, a tourist seeking help. Diverse perspectives expand your lexical range and help you adapt to varied interlocutors. Practice with multimedia. Use flashcards that show images of people, places, or objects. Create mini dialogues around them. For example, see a picture of a train station and role play asking, which platform for the next train to the city? Use language apps that allow voice input. Speak your script into the app and compare the feedback. Some apps suggest pronunciation corrections. Blend technology with role play to reinforce accuracy and build digital familiarity. Engage in self-challenge games. Set a timer and try to complete a dialogue within a minute. Then reduce time. This game-like format turns practice into fun and simulates real-life pressure to speak fluently under time constraints. Build a collection of go-to phrases. For each role, list polite greetings, clarifying questions, transitional expressions. Memorize them through role play, not rote lists. When a conversation veers off script, these phrases help you steer it back confidently. Incorporate cultural nuances. If playing a host, use welcoming words common in English-speaking cultures. If a journalist, start with small pleasantries before diving into questions. Cultural awareness enriches your authenticity and connection. When you encounter new slang or idioms, integrate them into scripts. For instance, if you learn break the ice, create a scene where a host uses that phrase to start a conversation at a party. Context cements understanding. Track progress using a simple rubric. Rate scripts on vocabulary use, pronunciation clarity, emotional expression, and confidence. Regular self-assessments highlight strengths and areas needing more focus during role-play sessions. Rotate scripts to avoid fatigue. If you've practiced a coffee shop scene repeatedly, switch to a travel scenario or a job interview. Fresh contexts keep your brain engaged and prevent plateauing in proficiency. Embrace mistakes as feedback. When you stutter or mispronounce, pause and note it. Create a mini-script to practice the troublesome phrase until it feels comfortable. Your errors guide you to tailor future practice effectively. Use mirror talk exercises for tricky lines. Stand close to a mirror. Look at your mouth as you shape sounds. This builds self-awareness of jaw movement and tongue placement, essential for accurate pronunciation in live conversations. Incorporate real objects as props. If practicing a restaurant scene, use a menu or plate. Holding a cup while ordering coffee deepens immersion. Engaging multiple senses cements memorization and creates a lifelike rehearsal. Gradually transition to spontaneous responses. After memorizing a script, eliminate written lines. Prompt yourself with keywords or images on index cards. Respond in English without reading complete lines. This bridges scripted and natural speech. To simulate noise, play ambient background sounds, a cafe recording or street noise. Practice delivering lines while distractions occur. This prepares you for real environments where perfect quiet is rare, enhancing your focus and resilience. Swap with audio clips from native speakers. Record a short passage and play it back. Then respond to it as if in conversation. This improvisation practice sharpens listening comprehension while reinforcing role-play dynamics. Incorporate peer feedback sessions. Host a small group where each person performs a role. Peers give constructive feedback on clarity, emotion, and engagement. A supportive environment accelerates growth and boosts morale. Use online language exchange platforms. Schedule role-play meetups with volunteers. Share your script beforehand so partners can prepare. Adjust scripts based on their responses and cultural insights. This real-world practice is invaluable. Build confidence through gradual exposure. After mastering private role-play, try small group settings or public events like language meetups. Introduce yourself, share a short role-play skit. Each public performance chips away at anxiety. Keep scripts updated with trending topics. If a new film or sports event makes headlines, write a scene discussing it. Relevance sparks interest, keeping your role-play fresh and anchored in the real world. Use visualization techniques. Before speaking, close your eyes and see yourself succeeding. Voice clear, audience engaged. Visual rehearsal primes your brain for actual performance, reducing anxiety and enhancing delivery. Finally, establish a consistent routine. Set aside dedicated time daily or weekly for role play. Consistency trumps occasional bursts. Over time, your scripted rehearsals morph into genuine conversations, propelling you toward English confidence. Many learners fear making mistakes in front of others. This fear can stop you from practicing or speaking up. It feels safer to stay silent than face possible embarrassment. Others struggle with motivation when progress seems slow. They start strong but soon lose interest when results do not appear fast. This discouragement can end practice before it begins. Lack of structure can derail learners. Without clear steps, you may practice randomly and feel lost. A plan provides direction and helps you see progress, keeping momentum alive. Finding a partner to practice can be challenging. You may feel shy asking friends or lack access to language meetups. Isolation can stall your practice and deepen self-doubt. Time constraints often stop consistent practice. Busy schedules, work, or school leave little room for dedicated role-play sessions. Without time, even the best intentions fade away. Managing performance anxiety is crucial. Even with scripts, nerves can make you forget lines or stumble over words. Anxiety can creep back, undermining your hard work and confidence. Now let us tackle each challenge with solutions that empower. First, address fear of judgment. Remind yourself mistakes are natural and essential for growth. Embrace error as a stepping stone. Build a supportive practice group. Seek out language buddies or online communities. Practicing with peers who share your goals creates safety, camaraderie, and mutual encouragement on tough days. To boost motivation, track small wins daily. Celebrate mastering a phrase, nailing intonation, or improvising smoothly. Recording these victories fuels enthusiasm and shows you progress over time. Create a structured roadmap for practice. Define clear objectives each week. Select roles, craft scripts, schedule sessions, and review performance. A schedule transforms vague goals into actionable steps. Overcome partner scarcity by leveraging technology. Join language exchange apps, online forums, or virtual meetups. You can also practice solo by recording audio or video and analyzing your performance later. Carve out time intentionally by integrating role play into daily routines. Practice a short script during morning coffee or commute. Consistent short sessions accumulate into significant progress over weeks. Manage anxiety with simple breathing exercises before each session. Take slow, deep breaths. Visualize a positive outcome and remind yourself that practice is safe. Calm mind, confident voice soon follow. Now, here is a practical checklist to guide you immediately. First, list your most common fear triggers. Fear of mistakes, awkward silences, or pronunciation errors. Acknowledge them clearly. Second, choose 3 roles relevant to your life. For example, a customer, a colleague, and a friend. Research typical phrases and vocabulary for each role. Write down basic scripts for each scene. Third, schedule your weekly practice using a planner. Block 3 15-minute slots dedicated to role play. Mark them as unbreakable appointments to ensure consistency and accountability. Fourth, identify study partners or platforms. List at least 2 online language groups or apps. Commit to attending 1 virtual meetup or exchanging scripts with a buddy this week. Fifth, prepare emotion cues and gestures. For each role, note 3 emotional tones: friendly, curious, or persuasive. Plan gestures that match emotion. Practicing body language is as vital as words. Sixth, design a review routine. After each session, record yourself performing. Listen or watch within 24 hours. Jot down pronunciation mistakes, pacing issues, or emotional disconnects needing improvement. Seventh, set monthly goals. Aim for tasks like delivering a 5-minute speech in role, posting a short video to social media, or engaging in a live conversation. Goals keep you focused and proud of progress. Eighth, anticipate common pitfalls. If you lose a script mid-sentence, pause calmly and paraphrase. If vocabulary fails, describe the idea using simpler words. Flexibility reduces panic when things go off script. Ninth, monitor your well-being. If fatigue or stress interrupts practice, take a break and recharge. Balanced mind and body support learning. Consistency without burnout is key to sustainable confidence. 10th, plan a weekly reflection journal entry. Write about successes, struggles, and emotional shifts. Reflecting on feelings reveals patterns and helps you refine future practice, making each session more effective. Use this roadmap as your guide. Customize roles, scripts, and schedules based on your lifestyle. The checklist provides a clear path. Each step equips you to face your fears, build momentum, and grow stronger. Remember, challenges will arise. Perhaps you feel discouraged after a tough session. When that happens, revisit your wins. Read your journal entries or replay recordings to remind yourself how far you've come. If confidence wavers, lean on community. Share your journey with peers. Their support and feedback will revive your motivation and remind you that you are not alone in this journey toward fluency. Now you have a concrete plan. Identify fears, choose roles, schedule practice, find partners, review performance, and reflect weekly. Follow this checklist, adjust as needed, and celebrate every milestone. With this structured roadmap and solutions in place, no challenge can hold you back. Embrace your path with courage and curiosity. Your action plan is ready, so take the first step toward English confidence today. As we wrap up this journey, we reflect on how stepping into a role can spark confidence as you face real conversations with courage and warmth in your voice. We have seen how role play transforms fear into fuel by giving you a safe space to rehearse words, gestures, and emotions before the real moment arrives. Remember that each time you practice a script, you build neural pathways that make English more accessible and natural when you need it most. Embrace your progress. No matter how small, celebrate every clear pronunciation, every smooth transition, and every genuine smile you bring to practice. The value of community cannot be overstated. Lean on your peers for support, share successes and setbacks, and celebrate together as you grow stronger. I thank you for joining me today and investing time in your English journey. Your willingness to play and experiment will carry you far beyond this talk. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe so you do not miss future sessions where we dive deeper into role play and other strategies. Leave a comment below to share your biggest takeaway from today or a moment when role play helped you overcome fear in English conversations. Now I want to ask you an interactive question. What role do you dream of playing next to build your confidence as an English speaker? Remember to comment below. Your feedback guides us in crafting content that truly supports your goals, so let us know what scenarios you want to explore in upcoming videos. Thank you for being part of English Weaver and trusting me to guide you. Feel proud of the steps you have taken and excited for the ones ahead. Until next time, keep practicing. Keep exploring new roles and remember that every line you rehearse brings you closer to the confident speaker you will become. Share this video with friends who need a boost in their English journey. Let us build a community of brave role players who learn and grow together. Continue shadowing these scripts. Revisit the scenes when you need motivation and know that your future self will thank you for each practice session. I look forward to seeing your comments and hearing your stories about how role play is changing your English life. Keep shining and stay curious.